Hi everybody, it's me Angie. I'm back. How you all doing today? I thought I'd come back and do a altering like a box, but it's not a box, it's like a memo block. So it's like a memo pad thing. So I'm probably doing it in a couple of parts because it's going to take a bit longer than normal, than I normally do. So let's get started. I've got this on here because I'm going to be doing some painting. I'm going to paint the box, so let's just make sure it's still filming. Yes, it is. I've had terrible trouble with this thing. Right, so this is the memo block. All right, a Poundland special. So yeah, it's Poundland. So I'm going to be preparing the box. I'll just take the pad out, and I'm going to prepare the box. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint around the edges here, because they're not going to be covered by the paper. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you I'm going to be covering it in paper. And around the edges here, and around the edges there. So that's the bits that won't be covered in paper, because that would be too difficult to cover without putting some edging on or something. So first thing to do is to get some gesso. So this is Daler and Rowney simple acrylic gesso. So get some of that. Oh, damn it. I'm so messy. Look what I've done now. Right, okay. Not to worry, that's what the cardboard's there for. Oh, I've got it in the box now. Oh, God. Sometimes I feel like Frank Spencer's wife. Or maybe just Frank Spencer. I need a paintbrush. I need a little paintbrush. So get a paintbrush. And I'm just going to use the gesso out of the lid, so give it a coat. So basically just around these edges here, see if you can see this. I give it a couple of coats. Yeah, this is one of my favourite things to do as well, is altering boxes and stuff, making them look pretty. So the first coat is just a thin one. I'll show you. Just a thin coat, just to give it a bit of bite on the edges. And around here, and there again. Oh, and down here, down these edges at the top. Around there, and there, and along here. So how have you been doing today? What have you been up to? What have I been up to? We went shopping today. Fancy dress. A couple of fancy dress costumes. My husband got his costume. And I came back and bought mine off Amazon. It's coming tomorrow. So he's going to be Captain Jack Sparrow. And I'm going to be his shipmate. Well, I'm a lady pirate. I'm a lady pirate. That's what I'm going to be. Ooh-ar. Yeah, you wouldn't let me buy a parrot for him. I thought that was a bit off. Yeah, he wouldn't let me get a parrot to put on his shoulder. So I wasn't having none of that. So yeah, then he went to the mall at Cribs Causeway to have a look for a new phone. And I walked over to B&M's and had a little walk around there. And I walked over to Asda, and he met me in Asda. And we got a bit of shopping and come back, had our tea. My sister come round, I cut her hair. I do cut her hair. I'm not a hairdresser, but I can cut her hair. Yeah, another one of my many talents. I'm alright if you just one hairstyle. So if you just want this hairstyle, I can do it. And my sister loves it, so you know, we both have the same hairstyle. I cut my own hair as well. Yeah, because every time I've been to the hairdressers, I always say this is what I want, and you walk out and it never looks like what you asked for. So I'm going to just dry that off a minute, folks. So it's going to be a bit noisy. Do another layer. Yeah, so it's lead up this week to the party on Saturday. Friday I'm going to be making I'm doing chicken curry, one of my famous chicken curries, which I make it old style. My dad used to make, my mum and dad used to make the most amazing curries, and my dad loves a sweet and fruity curry, so that's what I'm going to be making because my dad's going to be there. So I'm making a sweet and fruity curry, and I'm making my mum's famous chilli, it's called. So I'm going to be doing a big pot of them. I'll do them Friday night and put them in, because we've got a fridge out the back, in the back shed, which holds my husband's beer and all my frozen cocktails. We've got a fridge freezer in the back shed, so it's going to go in there because it's really, really cold, that fridge and freezer. It's really super cold. So, and I think with chilies it's a bit like stew, it's always nicer the next day, and curries, as long as it's cooled and stored, it should be fine. And I just take it up because the party's going to be at my sister's house, because she's well, not my sister, my sister and her husband. Drying it off again. You can fast forward through this bit if you want. It is quite noisy. Yeah, as I was saying, parties are going to be at my sister's house. She got a massive house with absolutely massive conservatory. She got a 4-bedroom house with an extension on the over the garage, and she's also got a massive conservatory the size of the back of the house. It's absolutely huge. So I'm using some pink paint now just to go around the edges, and this one is called, it's just bog standard acrylic paint. I bought a pack of it. I can't remember where I got it from now. Acrylic paint. This one's just called Rose. So yeah. It doesn't have to be. Just has to have a hint of pink, because the paper I'm going to be using is actually quite pink. And also I'm going to put some, when I distress the edges, I should put a bit around the edges of this as well, but it's just like purple just don't go. Sorry, I don't know if you can see this. Hope you can. Ooh, ooh. Oh, yes, it's nice to craft just to de-stress, do something. I love altering boxes. I buy a lot of boxes and stuff from charity shops and alter them, turn something that's, you know, not very nice, not very pretty, into something nice. So this is my style, Angie's style. done that, I'll dry it off a bit and then I'll put it to one side, and then I'll show you the paper what we're going to be using, what I'm going to be using, not we. So yeah, just give it a little bit of pink tinge so it's not purple anymore, because we did purple last time, didn't we, with the book. So that's that. Just put my brush in there, get rid of that. Dry it off a bit. Sorry folks, just dry it, I'm drying it off a bit for a minute. Right then, I'm going to put that to one side, and then we'll just have a quick look at the, just put that to one side a minute, and we'll have a quick look at the paper. Oh, so messy. So messy. So I'm going to be using, just make sure I'm still videotaping, because it keeps cutting off on me, this damn thing. Sorry. I shouldn't be saying that word. So, I'm going to be using Graphic 45. Can you see it all? And this one is called Once Upon a Springtime. Absolutely beautiful paper. I don't know if I've showed you it before. But it's just, this is my favourite collection. I bought one pad and I've used some. And I went and bought another one because one collection, I just went and bought it again because I just loved it so much. So that's the page, the front, like the front page, and there's stripey on the back there. And this one's called Once Upon a Springtime. Then we've got Enchanted Fairies. But I think I might have already showed you this once before on my videos. So yeah. So anyway, the paper I'm going to be covering the book with, the box even, is this one. It's called Primrose Cottage. It's lovely paper, absolutely lovely, and it covers beautiful, covers boxes, and I've covered a couple of boxes with it, and I've covered a book with it as well, and it is beautiful. So that's what we're going to be using today. So this is the paper. So we've got the paper. Whoops! Oh, so messy. Okay. Now we need to cut paper now to go around the box. So let's see if the box is dry yet. Here's the box. Here's, just move the paper a minute. Let's see if the box is dry. Yeah, it's dry. Dry, oh, dryish anyway. Let's have a look. I think that'll do. So I'm going to work on a piece of paper like this, and I've got to get some measurements. Oh, it's still not dry properly. I'm getting blobs. So what I'll do is I'll come back when it's dry. Shall I come back when it's dry? No, let's carry on. Let's carry on. So next thing to do is I'm going to cut off the edge of this. I think it's all in. Yeah, it's all in. Just going to cut off the edge of the paper, the thing that tells you what it is. Graphic 45. That's gone now. And then we need to cover the box. So I've just marked it. I'm going to go just slightly over, just in case I've got my calculations wrong. So I'm going to stretch slightly over the line, like that. That's the first piece. And then, by the way, to cover it, it takes one piece of paper. So I think it works out probably, I think I paid about £20 for that. So it's just £20 and it's one sheet. So that's all I used to cover this. So now I'm going to, it's slightly bigger. What I'm going to do, once I get rid of all the paint, is bring this up and over, but I'm only gonna cover it to about there. It's about there. There's a bit of paint on it, but it don't matter. It's on the inside. So yeah, so there. Oh. And then we're going to glue it. Where's the glue? Glue. Here's this bit of card. So, tacky glue. This is tacky glue, PVA Anitas. It's quite nice glue, this one actually. Easy to, well, when it comes out it's really easy to use. Yeah. So, put a nice lot on. And like we did with the book, what I do is use a little bit of water as well. A little bit of water on the brush, a little bit of pink paint on those things as well. Yeah, this is nice, I like it. Spread it all on, get it all on the edges. That. And now we're going to put it on the memo block box. And because you put water on it, it'll sort of slide, which is nice. It just slides on into place. And then bring that round. So it is a little bit bigger. It's a bit bigger than, you know, around the edges and that, but I'm not worried about that at all. I never worry about things like that. So, there's the back of it. Like that. Like that. Press it down. Give it a good press. Just get baby wipe. Get rid of this paint off my fingers. I'm going to get that on the paper and I ain't going to be a happy bunny then. So yeah. There we go. There's that bit. So now we need a bit for here. What did I do with that bit of paper? Like this. Now we need a bit to go there, like that. So this is going to go on the top and under. Just a little bit. So measure it up like that. Bring it over slightly, maybe to about there. And basically, you can do it any way you want. Do you know what I mean? This is just how I do it, and I'm not one for, oh my god, it's got to be exact. It's better to be too big than it is too small. Otherwise, then you're in trouble because there's nothing you can do about it once it's too small. So that's going to go on there like that. See if you can see this, yeah. And then that's going to fold underneath. So yet again. Push that to one side. plenty of glue on it. Glue, 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 glue. A little bit of water on the paintbrush just to help it spread it over. The thing is, this paper, it's such good quality, do you know what I mean? It's just easy to work with as well. You some papers, they're really difficult once you've got them they get a little bit dry or whatever. So we're going to line this up now with that ridge and where it lifts, but not actually, don't go over it, just go along the ridge like that. Just line it up so that when you open it, it's not going to curl. And then we take that there, press it underneath like that. And then we're going to put a piece on there, and then we're going to put a piece around here, and that will be it done. And then we're going to decorate it once that's done. So that's on. Nice and flat. Now we're going to do this bit, the piece. We've still got all this paper. So we want that wide. So if I do that, just measure on there. See, it's all trial and error. I think that's what crafting is. It's just about doing your own thing and whatever your interpretation of it is. And whatever it is, whatever you want to, however you want to do it. And this is how I do it. Right. Line that up. And mark it. Like that. Like that. Like that. Bam. Done. Goes on there like that, even that way. So what I'm going to do, so I don't get confused, is I'm just going to write a T on the, so I know it goes, that's where the way it goes, because the other way it's a little bit narrower. So bit of glue. Water, spread it on, blah blah blah, like that. Make sure you get the edges. Move that. Where's the T? Where's the T? Oh, there it is. Yeah, and then we'll just slide this on. It doesn't take very long either, really. Spread it on like that. That's it. And the reason I do paint that is just in case there's a bit of it peeping out. I mean, down here, on these edges here, where that is, I'm putting the paper along there, and I'm actually going to distress it, and then I'll rub some of the distress down there as well. So. Good one. Like that, like that, like that. So next thing we're going to do is a little thin strip around there, and then that's that. Then we can start decorating it, which is the fun bits. I like decorating. So I'm going to what I do is I do this in two pieces. It goes, because the paper is not wide enough, it goes around. I'll just do a strip. So there, mark it there. Doesn't really matter that there's paint on that side. What you have to worry about is paint getting on the other side. So what I'll do is It's not, obviously not dried enough, but it doesn't matter. Line that up like that. Maybe. There we are. A little strip. This goes round the box there, like that. Slightly too long, slightly too deep. There. Maybe take a little strip off. Oh, I'm getting covered in paint. It's not a very good tutorial, is it? This is easier than this looks easy, but it's not. Looks like too much. Is that the right width? All the way down. Looks it. I think what I might do is just stick it on. Another piece. This one. Try this. Oh, it's even longer. Oh God. Oh my God. Hang on. That's better. It's better. Yeah, that fits better. Right. It's fun. It's fun altering boxes. It's really lots of fun when you actually decorate them, because I'm going to decorate and put flowers and that on the top and some nice sparkly bits. Come hither, box. I mean, you could do it all in one whole piece, but I just rather use what I've got rather than cutting a complete another sheet of paper. I rather just use what I've got, because you can't see it. Just stick it on, stick it on all the way around. This is why I said about painting this bit, because that bit's going to be seen. Yeah, and then this bit I just have a little bit on there, about there, and that'll go on there like that, and I need another bit this side. Well up. There. So let's stick these on. I mean, usually I'd wait for it to dry completely, but because I'm showing you, I've not waited for the paint to dry. Which is a bit of a pain, because I'm getting paint everywhere. Never mind, doesn't matter. No matter. And then the other bit. Where's that? What have we done with that? Oh, there it is. dry before you keep opening and shutting it. Oh, that's gone up there. Slightly too long. That is slightly too long, that bit. But it'll just have to do. I'm going to keep it shut now until it's completely dry there, because every time I open it, if you look, every time I open it, it sort of starts to lift away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it completely shut until it's properly dry, and then it should be fine. And if it's not, I'll just put a bit more glue in there just to hold it down. But yeah, there's the start of it. It looks nice, doesn't it? I like it. I do like the boxes when they're covered, especially that paper. I love that paper. So wait till it's dry, and then we'll come back and decorate the box and do the best bit, which is the decorating, because at the moment it don't look that wonderful, but it will look really nice. I promise you, once it's done, it'll look really nice. So there's part one. What do you reckon? Looks good, doesn't it? So there it is. So I'll see you in part two. See you later, folks. Bye.